I am on mute. All that. I was yakking away there and I was on mute the whole time. Well, that was a bit of a bummer. Okay, to summarize, I got Wi-Fi now. The guy, young Herbert, came in yesterday, tell us, and yeah, hooked me up, got me all set up here. My little booster's like right there on the floor, right there. My computer's right there. There should be no reason why we don't have decent streaming internet now. So hopefully there's zero delay for you guys, and or very minimal delay, and you guys are getting some really good speed here. And what was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh yeah, MF, good morning, welcome. Thank you for letting me know I was on mute. Pumex, good morning. Your microphone is muted. Russell, good morning. Good morning, no sound. All right, so you guys should have sound now, right? Should have sound. I was talking about a trade I took yesterday. It was sitting up in here, and I woke up this morning expecting us on a sell, and I was looking for in here, and or just down in here, and it didn't manifest. And then I woke up, came back, and it was sitting way up here. And I was like, oh no. And then when non-farm payroll opened up, it whipped right up there and then slammed down, and I got a major gift this morning. So I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm gonna take that move to the sidelines, and that one almost passed my funded account. So our funding account, my challenge, I think I'm less than just under $800 away from passing it now. So that'll be nice to get that sorted. Was that? Oh, they're in the car. My wife's getting awards tonight. We're driving to Edmonton. She's getting an award, special award, because she's like a genius of some sort. And she's one of those teachers that, you know, they finally get the recognition they deserve. I think she's awesome. I'm a little biased, of course, but she's an amazing lady, and I'm excited for her. I'm excited about heading out to the Edmonton with her tonight and see how she gets her reward. Oh, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be totally fun. Tommy, good morning. You're not late, buddy. You're always on time. Whenever you're here, the party's just begun, my friend. All right, let's get started here. What do we got left? Oh, I got to get through this quick. Okay, we'll look at NQ in a second here. Let's look at, well, these guys are all pretty much doing the same thing. They've taken lower lows, except for Dow Jones is not taking out its, she's taking out a previous low here. Here. That's an hour. So we've dug right down into the fair value gap, filled that. This is all a balanced range here now. Now we're getting a retracement. I'm speculating based on what Michael talks about with these runs. When you see it open and it fires up, and that's the manipulation, and then they slam it down, and this is the direction. They're just kind of giving you the hint of the direction they want to go for the day, but they slam it down here and take people out that are long. All those people that are looking to go long here, slams down, takes them out, and now we start breaking this candle's high on the upside on the hourly. We're looking for a new high. Same kind of thing here. See how these guys all made new highs here? New high, new high. This one failed to make a new high. It took out all of its highs. This guy took out all of its highs, but Dow Jones has not taken. So we're in a divergence pattern, SMT here, versus higher highs, lower highs. Crude oil. Let's look at crude oil here for a second. Crude oil has made a nice little reversal here. Trade back into it here. Get a short. Continue on the downside short. On the hourly. Top of that fair value gap we're looking for yesterday. We just popped up above it into, and if it's hit the low here at 76.16, 76.16. So that's hit that high. We see this reversal here on the hourly. So we've finally traded below it yet. And this hour, see how we just traded up into it right here to continue on the downside. So I'm more bearish on oil. I want to see it break this low here though, come back straight into it so we can get short into this fair value gap here and back into the higher time frame fair value gap. So they're using that session. They've keyed off that session here. They've hit it, opened on it, and now we're running through the mean threshold. I want to see this mean threshold give way on the downside now. We'll to continue on here, and we've talked about NASDAQ and Dow and Dixie. Morning Abs, morning Doza. All right, so let me just so Dixie has now done a huge, it opened, traded below the lows here, right back inside the fair value gap. Looking at the mean threshold of this up close candle here as a line in the sand for me. If we hold that, then and we get a reaction, come back down into the range. We're looking at this little tiny SIBI sitting right here. If we come back, retest that, you want to see it actually find support, continue pushing higher. If it ends up eating through that one on the downside, we're looking for further downside. So today we're looking for a little bit more upside into the mean threshold of this candle, and we'll see if the inversion fair value gap here holds price and or we go higher. If we go higher and close higher on the day, we're looking for a run above here next week, running back higher again. So I would imagine that Friday would, if we ended in here, we came back, closed in here, tap this on Monday or Tuesday, and then drove up higher for the next week. And if we go below it, obviously we're looking to run lower. So some little key areas to look out for. Canadian dollar, running these equal lows out here on the daily. So looking for the lows and return. Look at the mean threshold. Watch the mean threshold of this last down close candle right here. That's the line in the sand right there. For anybody who's looking to stay bullish. Yeah, the reversal here going down. Yeah, looks like it's got some weight on it now. So if we return back into this breaker, which we have not quite done yet, but we're about to hit this breaker, we're expecting a reaction off of that and to go shorter off this breaker on the 1 hour. So look for some support there, and we're looking to get down to 72.68 here. And what do we got over here? New Zealand dollar. We've got a big big, huge drop down right into the fair value gap again, revisiting it, and where it looks like we're getting a nice reaction over that on the daily off the breaker here. This last down close candle that takes out this old high here. We have a swing and a swing. So that swing there, order block breaker, holds price, and we want to see that hold now, and you want to see a reaction down here on the 1 minute chart. You want to start seeing some opportunities for a reversal. So right now you have nothing. This reversal here, we traded below it already. Now you traded above it again. So you'd want to see this little swing high get taken here, I think, first before going any higher. We're in a consolidation at the bottom here now. Yeah, dodgy. So wait for this one. Over 5 minutes. Wait for a 5 minute fair value gap reversal. Australian dollar, same thing. Now you want to see this break. Any one of these things is a break in market structure. Oh my God, it's still not feeling good. If we break this fair value gap to the upside, break market structure, watch this candle right here, this breaker. If we trade back into this, look to get long here off this candle. Got to mark it down here. Oops, not a fair value gap. Breaker. Same kind of thing. It looks like a New Zealand dollar. We haven't got any significant swing yet. We are back into this order block on the daily. Look for the mean thresholds. We've already hit it right here to see some sort of reaction now. See this react off of this and start to pull back into the range. Look for these old highs back here. So you never want to pick the low. You wait for a good reversal. We've cleaned out all this down here. We've cleaned out all these lows now. So you're looking for a decent reversal if you want to get back into this range for the day. If not, continuation on the downside. We're looking to eat through this rejection block old low and then eventually making new lows. Oop. How's that? I'm probably sounding a little further away than I needed to be. Fernando, good morning, buddy. Okay, so oil, I think we've already talked about oil. So I don't think they're going to leave this untouched. If we break this to the upside, then look for further upside reversal back to these old equal highs here. Otherwise, I want to see this hold price. If it comes back up into this range here, you're looking for optimum trade entry. Yeah, watch this area right here. Draw a box in there and keep your eye on that level. You guys aren't into that stuff. And you're not into banks. Gold. Is this gold? Yes. I was wondering why gold was so choppy yesterday. We're moving into the August contract now. The June contract was all splitting up. I was like, why is that going so ugly there? That's because I was in the wrong contract. So if you're in gold, I guess you're switching over to August contracts now. I'm probably late to the party. Most of you guys already know that already. We have a reversal right here. You see that? See how the body closes below this? And it's important you see this stuff. This is what you got to start training your eye to look for this really basic setup I tell you, it's a super sweet setup. There's, you take out old highs, you create a fair value gap, you trade below it. That initiates your reversal. Sorry, change in direction. The full reversal occurs when you start breaking market structure to the downside. You see this trade right back up and do it with absolute precision. Look at that. Perfect fill. Look at the low of this candle here. 397.9. The high of this candle. 398.01. So 0.02 above that entry there. So beautiful price delivery, and then a continuation on the downside. And if you need to see that 100 times, so be it. Running for equal lows, they're all taken now. So if this turns into a fair value gap here on the hourly and you trade through it, look for a retest of that fair value gap here. Now that you've taken these lows, a retest of this to go long, or if you trade straight through it, you want to see this stay open first though. Next one, trades right through it. Look for this candle here to be the support to go higher. Pull your range, 50% of that range, and fib tool scale it out. You're in Friday now. Don't give back all your profits. Don't give back all your profits you've worked your ass off all week for. And if you've taken a loss this week, don't try to rush into the weekend trying to force a trade that's not there. If you do not see your setup, don't take it, because if you take a bigger hit, you'll be really pissed going into the weekend, and that's really not a great way to go into a weekend. Trust me, we've all been there. Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin was a nice little play for me yesterday. I think we were getting some, and this is, I'm not bragging about this stuff, so I just want to kind of show you where the trades were that I took yesterday, just so you can see the idea of how these things kind of pan out. So as you can see, we have a, a reversal pattern here. Okay. Got two shorts there, took them out down here. I was long gone. I think I was looking for a low here and it just missed my exit. But anyway, I came back and it was already down here. So here's the reversal right here. See how we've taken out these highs? There's the fair value gap you look for. You trade below it, you trade back inside it, and you get short. And you're aiming for it, the like array. Here's your like array down here. So like array to like array. Inside this range, it's a premium and a discount. So you go all the way down to the discount, and that's where you can get out right there. Then when you see this reversal, after you've taken out that one, I went long here. So you get that reversal. Unfortunately, you didn't get to see a come back to it and go. I anticipated it. I kind of jumped in anticipating that was just going to continue to the upside. It did. So I went from like array to like array again. This is the repeat. So you go from here to here, and that's where we cashed out, right on the edge of that. So like array, then it does a 50% return back inside this range now. So pull your fib tool and you look from premium to discount. And then, so this is internal range liquidity that you're kind of trading for here. So when you go from external to internal range liquidity, you go from PD array to PD array. And then when you've run those out, and the next thing you want to do is you want to extend the range, you can trade back inside that smaller range to 50% of that range. And there it is right there. And then extend, making a newer range, newer high. So you get the idea. look for, all right, so we're looking to return back into here. We talked about soybeans yesterday, and we've hit it nicely, ran through it right back to the fair value gap here. And now what we're looking for is for soybeans to, it's a little deeper dig in there than I thought it would give us. Back to this breaker mitigation block here. That's mitigation. Doesn't take any highs out. So this breaker here. So we could continue. We're looking to see if this mean threshold here holds price, and it's already come down and hit it. Get a nice reaction off it. See where it closes today. You want to see it close in or above this low of the fair value gap, and then start marching higher. If not, if we close below here today, we're looking for a further downside run. All right, we're just opening up into the opening. So we know we want to see if we actually close above here on the close, and then you want to see it kind of just get some support and leverage off of this. So this, I'd like to see this as a reversal here after we're taking out that low. Again, if it doesn't, we're looking for lower prices down into here. Corn is already broken on the downside, so you're looking for this to provide a level of support, this breaker right here. If it comes back into that, finds your support, and you continue on the downside, you're looking for a return back into a discount range. So look for this old high, these old highs, fill that fair value gap below you right here first. So corn, I'd say more downside for corn. Now we've got support off of this consolidation here. You run up. If we come back, find a level of support here. We want to see it stay above this fair value gap here. You want to see this one stay open, come back inside the highs, start pushing higher for sugar. Coffee. Find some support right here and continue pushing higher. I like to see coffee hold inside this order block and inside that fair value gap. Draw your box out here, and you want to see that provide support here and start pushing higher for coffee. Cattle. Looks like cattle's running down to the discount array down here. Back into this one right here. So look for it to retap this and dig down and taking these lows out here. For live cattle. Cocoa, we said it was going higher through the breaker. We traded through the breaker nicely. And now we're looking for higher prices. Back inside the range. Looking from discount array. Premium array right here. Unfortunately, you didn't get a chance to get in on it here, and you didn't get a chance to get it in on the breaker. It came off the old high here and continued higher, so it's got some intention. So look for this upside objective in the cocoa premium range right here. That's where my goal will be aiming for. And lumber has finally made a nice little reverse. Wow. What's that close, open and close on that one? Open is 93, close is 93. Yeah, so it's flat. I was thinking that would be the order block that you could trade off of to go along. Here's your fair value gap. Here, reversal. Body trades above it. You don't get an opportunity to get in on it, so you look for that candle that initiates the run, and it trades back to it here, but it's not something I would have looked for unless it's a close candle. So if we do get a retrace back into here, look for the mean threshold, consequent encroachment of that fair value gap there to provide a level of support so you can continue higher in lumber. Lean hogs is still just now finished filling in that fair value gap, so I got nothing there. Looking for natural gas to go higher. All right. See how we traded below it right there? Now we've traded right up inside it. Perfect refill for short. So now you want to see it start cutting through this candle here. Stop loss would be here. I'd move that to break even right now and start looking for lower prices. Oh, look at that. Tap right into it nicely 3 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago. Look at that. For your short. Back to cam model 1. Boom. Tapped it. Quick little hunt. Now if you can still continue down filling this, look for a drive through this now and further downside. That's a nice little, I hope you guys were watching that. Holy smokes, am I dehydrated here. Okay. There's oil coming down. Look at that, filling that gap. Lovely. Now you want to see it trade through this, close below that, and then use this as support to go even further down. So if you're into oil, that's your leverage. Don't forget to pay yourself. You're inside that small range. You're right down at a discount. So pay yourself there. If you're pulling your fib tool on that, don't overshoot your PD raise. If you're inside a small range and you're super scalping, then super scalp. You're on a Friday. Low leverage. Protect the money you've made. It's non-farm payroll. You'd be out of non-farm payroll. You shouldn't be trading this crazy market anyway. Let's see what we can do over. Where I went in to take a trade this morning. It was putting on huge leverage. Well, for me, it's huge leverage. I wanted to put micros on. I realized I wasn't in a micro account. I was in a regular account. So one micro was actually a full lot. Luckily, the trade panned out. So okay. Here's the reversal here. This is the big one below the lows, taking out the lows. There's the reversal pattern. Body trades above it. We've come all the way back inside it right here. Ideal one is right here. If we can catch this, comes down here one more time, and that's the long. If it trades below it and closes and pops back into it, that's your opportunity to get out because we're going to go shorter. Otherwise, this would be a great place to get long for higher prices. See how this down close candle was rebalanced already in Dow Jones? And these guys have not rebalanced that big down candle yet. 8:30 this morning. We're just kind of watching the range now and see where we sit. Good morning, everybody. Antor, good morning. Shepherd, good morning. How you guys doing out there? It's Friday. How you heading into your weekend? You heading in with a positive? You heading with some cash in your hand? A couple of good trades? How are we doing for time? How the stream is it? How many seconds behind are we, guys? Does anyone know? Anybody give me a time on how far behind we are? I don't want to be any more than 4 or 5 seconds behind for you guys. There's a large 4-hour fair value gap to fill. Oh yeah. But always keep in mind that oops, wrong one. So we haven't quite hit equilibrium. So if we stay above this, then the 4-hour won't get filled. We don't have to fill that to forget the equilibrium or the mean threshold, consequent encroachment, whatever you want to call it. The midpoint of that BISI is an area that can provide a little, lots of support, and we'll come back and revisit that later. Not that you're not right, not that that's not something you should be looking for, because you should. But right now, you're going to get down into the lower time frames and ask yourself, where are we sitting in terms of where's price action right now? Are we bullish or bearish? And right now, you're bearish, so I'm all for it. Feeling that 4-hour right now. So if there's a reversal right here, look for this breaker that takes out this high. We trade below it. There's a body, and we trade below that fair value gap. We trade back into the breaker, and you short from here. So we're short, and we're also long here. So inside that range right now, from discount to premium, there's your premium array, and this is your discount array down here. Like to like, then we're looking forward just a little further down on the downside. And this has not been revisited yet, so this is where you can get a lot of bouncing around and then drop down. So you could see something like you could see something like this go higher, lower, higher, and then lower. Like this bounce, you can get into this quite consolidated here. And then finally pull back for their 80% of the range on a see how we're running back up into here. So if you run right up in there, there you go. Almost perfectly where I have it marked. So you've got this fair value gap here. We turn around and come back down. And then you're looking for, if we start to get through, because we haven't really worked this, right? It hasn't been traded to yet. We just traded back to the breaker. So you come down to the smaller range and you say, where am I inside this smaller range? From here to here and from here to here. You just keep extending your fib tool. And you look for, where am I in that range? Well, 50%, you see it pulling all the way back. You say, okay, now where am I inside this range? Now you got this swing point happening. I always look at the little mini range that I'm in. And I say, where are we pulling back to? See how we just ran back into the premium level? What's sitting at the premium level that I want to come back to? And then we traded all the way back down. Make equal lows. We didn't take out any old lows, and we didn't fill this fair value gap down here. We reversed, came all the way back up into this high here. Now we've got the reversal has been hit right there. You see how they're leaving a little piece of it open? If they fill it and go through it, then I'd say you were going back higher again. If not, then I'd say let's come all the way back down through here, run these lows, and start digging into a 50% of this range. There's 50% there, so then you'd have to do a 62%. Yeah, you're already through that, so you'd have to go to a higher one, which is right here. That's sitting right at 50% as well. All the way down to the bottom. Oh, that's sitting right on 50%. Interesting. Okay, so that could change things up now. If we trade above here and here on a close, you're looking for higher prices. So that's something to keep in mind, Russell, when you're looking at this now. Where are we sitting in terms of actual price action right now? For you to stay short, you want to stay below here. You want to see this start to fill in and start cutting these lows out and start running back down deeper. If we take that high out, we're going back higher into that range, probably filling that fair value gap above you, that rebalancing that range, and then perhaps coming back down again. See that? "29 seconds? That's no good. 29 seconds is not good. It should be 13 minutes, but "30 seconds, wow. So you shouldn't be you should be just revisiting this, just tap it once, perhaps right at the top of that fair value gap right there. Let's look at this right here. You want to see it stay below there. That's your line in the sand. You came all the way back up into that order block imbalance right there. So you want to see this really start to haul down now, Russell. Now the bodies are respecting this here. Wicks came up, cleaned that out. Back to the imbalance. This little price imbalance right here. And now you want to see this start to come down. So literally squeezed here pretty good there, Russell. All the time we're underneath this, you're into this smaller range here, and you get this fair value gap down here. If it closes above that, now we got some trouble. Now I've got some issues about going any shorter. "18 seconds delay for you." That's not good, you see. So we traded above that. Now you're going up higher. So probably coming up to rebalance that price range. Look for some support here. I guess you can almost extend this up to here now. So this is the low taken out. Look for the reversal right there. Tap, go. Also, we break this to the upside, gives you a stronger indication that we're going higher. So looking for old highs, and there you go, going higher. Oh. Sorry, I'm gonna have to run. You'll see me running out every once in a while because I've got a stomach bug or something. I'll be right back. Sorry. Breaker. a rebalance of this in here. Well, good. I'm glad you're only 30 seconds there, Russell. Seems like they want to hit the higher projection before close contract next week. 1918. Yeah, I think that's where I had, that's the upside objective from months ago, 19,448. And then this was a higher projection I had for some reason at 20,557. Remember when I was drawing all that stuff? I tell you, this is going to go with AI. It's just going to keep climbing, man. I don't think this is going to have any major drop for a while. So we're back into this breaker right here. So hit right on the top of it. See between breaker and breaker. So you want to see this provide a level of support and continue pushing higher. If we see this get taken on the downside, and look for this breaker here, it takes out that old high. You want to see this get traded back to continue short. Anytime you're going higher, you always make sure you pull your fib tool from the higher part of the range. You overshoot your arrays and you start getting greedy on what it is you're reaching for. Like right there, if you entered in on a 50% and you made it to 62, you pay yourself. Now watch this. Inside this range, discount array, premium array. See how we've traded below it right there? Now you're going shorter into this discount array. So even though we wanted to have that fill, as soon as you see this reversal, you go, oh, I'm on the wrong side of this. Now, if you just trade back into, I don't know if that's an open close. Where's the open on that? 50, close 75. So it is a bullish candle. So this one here. Let's see where that candle closes though. We did close below this point here though. Come back up all the way into here. Looking for down. You have to ask yourself, or do you want to enter in on the top of that right at 50%, or do you want to discount to go higher? So if you discount, you want to get in here. If it closes below here, that's your inside this range. We're going to talk about premium and discount arrays. You're probably going to go lower into the bigger range if the discount array is taken, and then we extend the range back into this internal range liquidity on a larger scale here. So if we don't, if that premium array just holds and we get back up on top of it and start marching higher, then that's good for us for the longs. If you chase your stop loss up too fast, this is that retest. Nothing's traded through here yet. It traded through here, took the lows. I think that's the low. What's the low of that candle there? 1850. 1850. So they're equal. Let's see it get above here and here. It closes right on it. Let's get up there, go higher. Mr. Derek, how are you doing, my friend? How are you? See how we've already traded above it right there. Come back into it right there. Tap it. Start going higher. Stay out of here. More positive signs. So this is just a deep retracement back into here. We didn't trade below it. But keep this in mind. We'll get back here and revisit this later. These little discount arrays, they're not going to leave those alone. So you want to see it come back, revisit this. And you notice how we did not take out this low. So it's not considered a reversal, like a break in structure and then a reversal. It's just a change in direction right here with some equal lows below you. So you want to see it get above here, or at least tap back into here once and then continue through here to go higher. But you're back in sync with going higher right now. Subject to change at any minute in the 1 minute chart. Good morning, Cara Lambo. How you doing, man? Struggling a bit to understand the market today. News was good and not so good. DX says strongly. Market moves not very decisive. How's our oil doing today? Okay, so we're looking for this to continue on the downside. We have a change. There's a little imbalance or a little fair value gap right here. We traded above it. We've come back in, tapped it perfectly right there. See that? Now we're going higher. Continuation on the high side, looking for these old highs up here now. You got to be quick to see this stuff. And it's in a consolidation, so it's not one of those nice clean reversals that we like to see. But discount array to premium array, or premium array up here. And you're already in it already. See that? That's the high of it. That's the low of it. Like array, two like array inside that huge range there. Now, if we extend the range, we want to see it close above here. If we just do a stop run, just a wick up there, that's what you want to see. You want to see this stay open, a wick above, break down below, use this breaker here to find some support off it to run back down into this range again. So we just came right up to it here. Then we're just back to internal range liquidity again, in between this whole big range here. Start with this one, and extend into that one. You want to see this get taken out on the downside. There you go. We gapped below it. Now we put this one here. You want to get below this one as well, because we've taken a swing, run above. You come back in, find support. You want to see that one to run higher, and this to be taken out to go lower. So you got one that goes shorter, this one that goes longer. So you're in a small consolidation now. You want to see this continue closing here in the next 10 seconds below that level. And look at this range here and look for it to run back into this. Remember I was telling you these are not going to be levels that they're not going to leave. Over on NQ, they don't leave these things untouched. See how we've traded below it here now? We've gapped down. Look for a trade back into this breaker and then a continuation on the downside. I'd like to see them leave that open, but you've got these little imbalances in here that you can reach for as well. Equal highs. There's the imbalances. Got one little piece left there. Now, if they're just building liquidity on both sides of this going sideways for a bit, you got all this up top, so most likely to run this liquidity here and here. This could be the crouching tiger thing before you take out the highs. Give that false idea that you're going to go lower. Give retail the idea that this is a fixed high. Come back into some of this discount array here. Now we're trading above this again. Guess we're going back higher. Problem with these 1 minute charts when you're into these inversions, these low fair value gaps. Where do they provide support? Where do you change direction? These are all support, support, support inside this one. This one here, we traded below it, traded above it. So you just keep jumping back and forth between these two. That one and that one inside that small range there. So you're looking at going higher. You've traded above that one and this one now. Now if you come back into here, find support at that and push higher. Or we're going to come back into that little piece right here if we're going sideways again. So clearly when you can't make up your mind which direction it's going to go in, it's a higher likelihood it's going to go higher and take these highs. but you wait, you move to the sidelines, wait something clean. You don't want to put your money at risk until you're sure that you're going to make some coinage here. What time do I look for silver bullet? At I look for silver bullets about 10, like right now. I'll be looking for a silver bullet. And there's nothing here right now. $10.10 to $10.16. $10.12 ideally. This would be nice now, Russell, if we have we can close below here and get down below this guy here in this discount and see the discount range get taken out. See that premium level, discount level. You want to see the discount level give way, find support, and continue eating through this breaker here. If not, you see how we're just stuck in that range. Yeah, right after 10 o'clock, you start looking for your silver bullet. But for me, the ideal place to find it is in the first, after about 10 minutes. You can start zeroing in on one, and you're in a consolidation now. So what side do you want to reach for? Do you want to reach for this order block here? So we still have the body that is yet to be hit. And the mean threshold of that candle, 1980. What's Bitcoin up to? Reversal. You don't get it there. We don't get that one either. Oof. Yeah, that would have taken out your stop. Would have came all the way back in. You would have been like, yes. And then boop, came back and took your stop before running down. Reverse here. Inside, right here. Pull back into the range. Fib tool high to low. If you get in on that for a long, 50% puts you here, so you break even. 60% you move now to break even, or to 50%. 70%, you move to 62. Hit 75, move to 70. Came down, take you out, and start to come back down. So you really captured the whole run back into an optimum trade entry, running from a short back inside internal range liquidity using your fib tool, optimum trade entry to exit out, and you're just dragging your stop loss up behind it. It's a beautiful example. A beautiful example, my friends. Drive today. 4-hour drive to get to Edmonton from here. In and out of love with you. Is there another one you guys want to look at? Because this one's just going sideways. I don't see any fun in here. There's no joy. I feel like it wants to go down. Like I'm with Russell. We might be looking for that downside objective here in the 1 hour. The session open from yesterday or 2 days ago. We get a reaction off that. See if this provides levels of support here, this breaker. Sorry, it's supposed to be right there. 17.55. Fell. Derek, you gonna do a close this week? Are you gonna do a little close action video? I won't be here. I'm gonna leave early. Got a long drive ahead of me today, so I gotta pick my wife up from school and then head up to the award ceremony. She's getting an award today. I think they should give her and lots of teachers awards all the time. The kind of crap they have to put up with this generation of kids and parents. It's insane. So it's really nice. She's retiring, and actually coincides with one of 2 other people in the province that are being recognized for high achievement in education. So super happy for her. Very proud of her. So we're going to go to a dinner tonight and watch the festivities, watch her get all plaqued out. YM filled the news gap. Let's go back into let's get here, get there. I wish I could get rid of that damn thing. It says, nope, too late. Learn more, contact your broker. Well, can you just take it off my chart then? If I can't, I don't know what hell happened there. This is the problem when you're mixing trades on ThetaWaveTrader, and you can trade on two different platforms with the same account. If one takes one out and the other one doesn't get taken out first, then you're left with this kind of crap and you can't get rid of it. So I'm hoping that when the new contract comes in, I can get rid of it there. Because I have one, I did that same kind of mistake over here, you'll see, in this account. There's a short I put on in NQ in the March contract. And I came back to it too late. And it was up $18,000. They wouldn't let me take it out. So they said, nope, too bad. So I can't even close it. It says, unable to close position. Non-tradable symbol. So I get to look at that saying, look, there was 18 grand there. You just threw away. It's a demo account, obviously. But yeah, that's what happens. It gets stuck in there. It's etched in limbo, in amber. Here, you want to see these little highs are taken, fair value gap filled, breaker reestablished or retested. Let me get back over here. So mean threshold, keep your eyes on those. Mean threshold, keep your eye on that. See how they come back and hit it perfectly on both sides, right there. We have not hit this on the NASDAQ yet. You see that? We have yet to hit that. That's 1977. So it's taking out these old highs here. Smart. But smart tell me, smart trading only, man. I agree. Enjoy these last days at work, man. Enjoy them, Tommy. They're coming to a conclusion, man. They're coming to an end. This will be your opportunity one day to just sit at home, make some money off the markets, and look back on that job and say, yep, I did that job. Proud of you, man. Russell and Golf We Trust. Derek won't be today playing golf at 3 p.m. Love the priorities, DC. You gotta love it. What the hell's all these little old people calling in there? Good thing I have my lid on. Wait for your setup. Wise words. Wise words. And it's Friday. Don't give back your profits, folks. Don't give back your profits. If you've got some money, even if it's $10, it's better to go on the weekend with $10 in banked than taking a loss or giving it back. And this is good because this is kind of the psychology you need to be starting to journal in your head. Because if you get to that point, you go, it's only $10 anyway. That's not the attitude you want. fatalist kind of whatever. I'll throw caution to the wind, let the fates decide. That's not a way to trade, man. That's gambling. So listen to your self-talk at times like this, like, oh, I'm down $200 today, or this week I'm down $200. You know, I've got to make it back before I go into the weekend. I do not want to take a loss. You don't want to be trading in that kind of pressure either. You don't want to be trading in that, because if you go into $500 in the hole, then you're like really hating yourself. I should have just left it alone. Then you look back on the 200 and say the 200 is not as bad as the 500. And you start comparing the two. $105 today in Fresno. Ooh, have a weed eat for 8 hours. Oof, that's painful. Getting sprayed in all those weed guts all day long. That can't be fun. Well, you can look back and say, well, you never had an easy life. Life's been challenging and you've met the challenges every time. Tommy, good for you, man. You've you've attacked this head on. Every new challenge that comes your way, you just put your head down and grab that weed eater and smash it for 8 hours. And you'll look back on this, and you'll look back on a day like that and you'll have your own yard. You'll be pulling your weed eater, and then you'll be going back down memory lane as you start trimming the edges of your own grass. You go, I remember doing this full time, man. And then your friends say, how come your garden looks so good? You say, well, I had lots of practice. I got really good at it. All right, so we haven't hit it yet. We have hit it, and now we've ran through it. See that? So now we have a higher high, lower high, lower high. So we want to see this one being the lowest of the three. What number are we sitting on right now? Is there any specific one you guys want me to look at? I got to come down for a golf game one day, Derek. You can give me a couple of lessons. You'll just see I'm a kind of a whack, and then disappear into the bush, go collect golf balls. And then I come out somewhere near the hole, chip back onto the green, tee off the next one, into the trees, spend some time in the bush again. I probably wouldn't be able to get the kind of hit I used to get. I used to get some really good hits when I was younger. Now I've got no twist in my back if it's all fused. But it'd be fun. It'd be fun hanging out, shooting some holes, Derek. I think that's going to be on my bucket list one day, is come down North Carolina and check it out. Oh, you're in Pennsylvania. Oh, you got your first withdrawal. Benjamin, way to go, buddy. Good for you. That'll be the title of my video today. Check out the video today, Benjamin. Your name's going to be up in lights today. Benjamin pulls his first paycheck. Good for you, buddy. Well done. Well done. $100%, 100%. Way to go, Benjamin. I'm throwing hundreds of percents at you because I can do that. I've got unlimited supply of them. Woohoo! Oh, there's my painter. Stand by. So today I'm going to be cutting out early. So if you want to go through the garage and leave, yeah, I won't be here. She's going as well. We're going to Edmonton for the day. So we're going to go just go out to the garage. We trust you.
And tomorrow you will be in.
No, tomorrow I'll leave the door open and you just come in through the garage. Yeah. And we'll get back.
Or whatever again.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. All right. I'm definitely going to come down to Pennsylvania. You, Derek. I'm going to come down. I'm going to do a little golf game. You're going to be like, oh, man, it's a good thing he's a paramedic and not a golfer. Well, I'm sure on behalf of Derek, I'm sure we are super happy that you've found some value in what we share with you guys here. And I love the fact that you're making some cash now and your trading is becoming more precise, less stressful. That's a good question right now. How do you feel, Benjamin? Overall, do you feel your trading has improved in terms of accuracy? Is it improved in terms of how do you feel inside when you trade now? Do you feel more theta wave? Do you feel more like you're in a mindset, you're waiting for that optimum trade entry now, and you feel confident when you hit that buy button now and your stop losses are where they are, that you know where your fail safe's going to be, and you feel more confident with the trade? Like how are you feeling about your trades now versus where you were, let's say, a month or two ago? We should have this kind of like an interview instead of a text message. You're welcome anytime. Oh, if they got a suite for me as well. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll have to let my wife know. Guess where we're going? We're going to Pennsylvania. She go, why? Oh, we're gonna go play golf. We'd go visit Derek and his family. Okay, so keep your eye on this level because it's the last one out of all three of these to reach for this mean threshold here. This one's still holding. Now, if it's starting to drive, it's right there now as it's driving through. This one's already cleared it, cleared the high. We're going into the 18 candle now. We got 25 minutes for the 18 candle. So the next candle on the hourly is a reversal candle. So wherever this candle ends up, the next one you can expect a reversal. That's not always 100%, of course. But we're in a chop. Look at that. That's on a 1 minute chart. How can you make a decision in there? Just staying inside price action. The trade should be precise. The one thing that has improved a lot since I started your stream a couple of weeks ago is my ability to concentrate and have all my attention on the charts. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Chandra, micro, E-mini NASDAQ waiting for a sell setup. Yes, yes, Chandra, that's what we're looking for. There's the drive up. Clear these highs on the last hour. Give us a nice little reversal for a sell setup. Now this one's pushing higher. Are we going to take out the highs now? So watching this candle here on the close to see where we go. So we've got 25 minutes, 23 minutes now, 22 minutes before that mean threshold. I'm watching that mean threshold, and you're keeping your eye here now for, does that mean threshold now provide us a place for reversal to occur? That's one big thing I've struggled with a lot, and finally I'm seeing some improvement. Excellent, excellent. Ready for the reversal. Attention and focus on the charts and only the charts. Like you said, theta waved. I like it. We're developing a new ThetaWaveTrader. A new mindset. I like to hear it, man. Now, do you feel less stressed now when you do that? Like, I think that's important psychology that you need to kind of communicate to people in terms of your ability to be able to now focus more on the charts. Has it given you more peace? Has it made you feel more centered in yourself when you look at the charts? I'm putting words in your mouth. I know I shouldn't be. But how do you feel when you make a trade now? Are you better? Are you worse? Are you neutral? Do you find yourself getting more excited about your trades, less excited about your trades? Look at this nice reversal here in oil. Reversal. Trade through it, trade through it, through it. Wait for it to trade through it. Again, back up inside it. Ran down below. Watch this one here. You trade through it. on the close, come back into it here for, if this was throwing you off and you say, well, when the breaker gets taken on the downside, we trade to the breaker, I'll get short there. So that's where you can get in off the breaker right there. A nice little short. And then I'd have that sucker slammed right up against that tight right now. I wouldn't take any stop loss risk here on a Friday. The way things whip around. So I'd be moving straight into profit right now. That door open. There's two massive boxes out there. My wife ordered these two massive boxes of something or other. No idea what the hell she's ordered. It's hilarious. So clear this on the downside, come back up inside it. We're continuing to drive through. So I like to go for the discount array, look for this guy down here inside that huge range there. Premium to discount. We've already ran this one out, so I'd like to see this one here get hit. So look for that session open to get taken on the downside and then run back, tap it and go. See, we traded through that. These guys are making higher highs now. So we're expecting NASDAQ to continue pushing higher now. They made a new high finally. So no short yet. Still going higher. Rejection block, take profit concept, money. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Totally agree. Rejection blocks are fire. I agree, man. You pay yourself at those things. You don't always guarantee the high, but pay yourself at a rejection block, man. There's a lot of times you just don't see those highs get taken. In this case, it has. It's great. If you leave a piece on for that, that's wonderful. But always pay yourself at rejection blocks. Split this candle, quarters, 50% now. So you're looking at 25, 50%. Oh, my guts. I gotta be right back. Having some urges to run to the bathroom. Oh, this is not going to be good. 4 hour car ride. Eek. So we've got another 14 minutes. We'll see where we sit here, whether or not we close below this. We just wicked up into the rejection block and pulling away. These guys have run out all their highs. So look for your, on the lower time frames now, look for your reversals. Good clean highs taken here now. Any opportunity to look for a reversal here. Yeah, absolutely. My reactions are either win or lose. Either even been more calm than ever. Excellent. That's what I want to know, of whether or not people are finding that the more that we read price action and the more accurate you see price action being read, that you can start to go, I feel now when I put my trade in that I'm not stuck in the randomness that people think the markets are, that there's actually some form to it, and you've tested it enough times, you see it enough times that you start to realize that, you know, you can count on it a little more. Like anything, you approach with caution, but when you put your trades on now, you can find yourself being a little more sure and certain about your trade versus being open a wing and a prayer, you know, putting on a wing and a prayer. They are not giving us this as a close. We're going, there's 50% of it already. The macro begins in 1 minute. Be a great place for start turning here. Where are the 50% of that wick? And I keep trying to marry the idea of a short. Otherwise, forget it. We're still going long. So until we get proof of a short, stick with the longs. Okay, what you want to see here now is this. Right here, we want to see this trade below here. Trade below here, trade back up into it, or take this candle here on the downside, trade back into it for a short. I wouldn't be going long now. Now that we've broken below this, look at that. We just tapped it now. We have a reversal here. Highs taken. Body trades below it here. We trade it right back up into it. Just tip tap right there. Short. You want to see this get taken on the downside, come back in, find support here. Keep pushing lower. If you trade above this point right here on a close, stop's going to get taken. We've got further upside. I hope you guys are in this one. Definitely in this into here. I took the short right from here. Now we've traded below the low. I really want to see this accelerate through here now. There it is, my friends. There's the time. There's the time we say it's time to move back into the range of the day from the 9:30 to the 10. Pull your fib tool here. Here's 50% of the range for the day. Oh, can you feel that breeze? Can you feel the breeze, my friends? There's 50%. Move your stop loss to break even. Well, it's Friday. I took in profits from there to 50%. 50% of the range. If it comes back up in here, I'll put another small one on here for a short. Otherwise, I just grabbed it from here to here at 50%. It's been a crazy profitable day for me. I'm not giving any of this stuff back. Morning, Dave. Here's a beautiful reversal, Dave. Do you see that? Well, if that doesn't get a thumbs up, I don't know what does. That was a pretty awesome trade. You're gunning for all these equal lows down here now. Oh, yes. Can you feel that breeze, my friends? Can you feel the breeze? There's 70%. If you're dragging your fib tool down, 70 cent per se, pay yourself there. If you're aiming for these equal lows, just remember that's where you can get punished. That'd be an optimum trade entry to go short. That's been an awesome trade. I don't know how many of you guys caught that trade, but I hope you did. 68 points. Nice one, Hans. I've been just raking it in myself right now. I'm moving to the sidelines and counting my lucky stars today. I hauled in some serious coinage on all my accounts today. Let's look at the hourly here and see where we go. Remember I was telling you this was the reversal candle? That it doesn't happen all the time? Remember when I was mentioning that? The reversal, the 18 candle. It's the reversal candle. I got one trade left on now, and I'm moved into profit. I'm holding that sucker. These lows. That's it. Take the lows. I'll take my money and run. That's a good day. I can take off. I don't care now. That's a good day. Those shorts were sweet like honey. You have to add more money to your account there, Benjamin. Now they're gonna have to pay you more money for a check. You just add that to the. Just say, oh, I got another couple of $100,000 I need you to add to my withdrawal. See you later, Hans. That's when you got to know to walk away. Good job, Hans. Good job, buddy. Have a great weekend. You're very welcome, Benjamin. I'm really happy for you, man. Very proud of you. And as tradition, which I have to do because it's a tradition now. Is it BNJ? Benjamin. Benjamin gets paid today. Woohoo! Benjamin gets paid. Yeah. That's awesome. Woohoo! Yeah, Benjamin, buddy. Well done. Congratulations. Love it, love it, love it. Good for you, buddy. I love it. I love it. I don't see a reversal yet, but we have taken out these lows now, and we have come into the discount array. Remember, I go from premium to discount array. That's the premium. This is the discount. There's nothing else down here. So this is the discount array. We've come into it. Lovely, lovely. Now we're getting a reaction off of it. So if we do get a nice retracement, I'd like to see this high get taken right here. That little fair value gap taken on the upside, and then continue back looking for a return back up here. If not, this could be the next price leg down if we're looking for a jammer down. Ah, you could have done it, Benjamin. Oh, you did all the work, my friend. You did all the work. That's going to be the title of my show today. Benjamin gets paid. Make sure it's a P I put in there today. Benjamin gets paid today. Off this breaker. See how that breaker? Now this could be the reversal, or not reversal, but the continuation on the downside for the next price leg off this breaker. So watch carefully off of here. If we clear these lows, then we're looking for further downside. So that breaker there is a kind of the thing I'm looking at right now. I do like this as a hold. That holds. See how, if this is your CAM model entry, see this consolidation here? And if you count this as the consolidation, that whole level right there, 50% of it is about here. We've traded through it, so you expect to see more downside. And the lows have been taken, obviously. So if you lose more than 50% of the consolidation, then your CAM model fails and you trade through the other side of it. Then you come back up and use the underside of it to get short. So we'll kind of see where we're hovering here between this array. If this array holds price and we have one more return back up inside this range, then you're looking for you got lots of little spots here. This first leg swing here, you got another swing here, and then that big swing. I like that idea of this upside price here, but I wouldn't get any joy out of that till I see this one get taken to the upside and this breaker find some support to go higher. Smash the like button if you enjoyed today's session. If you're new to our channel, subscribe if you like. We're here every day. Can't guarantee you all these kind of results every day, but you get to see price action. You got to see us calling this before it even happened. We saw the setup happen and then the short. Everybody piled in on their shorts right off this reversal here. This is what we were looking for at the right time. We found it. It hit it perfectly. And you got to the joy of working these all the way down to the objective down here. So that's price action. Now, how stressed do you guys feel about that? Do you feel good? Do you feel excited? You neutral about it? Put this one in your trade journal. So Lambo, put this in your journal as there's that nice perfect reversal. We cleared out a bunch of highs. You see your reversal. You trade back into the order block here, and off to the races you go. That's a nice little run, and run for the liquidity below the market here. Why the hell are you pissed about, Tim? What did you miss? What did you miss, buddy? Don't be pissed. Be happy. It's Friday. You get to go into the weekend. Why are you unhappy, my friend? Why are you unhappy? Why are you pissed? Hey, man, if you get 9.5 handles, you got to sip whatever was left in the beer bottles, man. You still made it to the party. There's a couple of little cups, still got some booze in it. You still got a sip. You still got the potty, my friend. You got to jump in the pool. 9.5 handles. Hey, that's better than a 9.5 handle loss. So you want to see this get, the fact that we're eating through this thing again. I like that idea because now I like the idea of this running for the high again. So look, watch this little fair value gap here. we've eaten into it right through the mean threshold of it. We've come back and now we're plowing through it one more time. I do like that idea. I do like that idea. So that gives me an idea that we want to, here's a, not a reversal. So Lambo, I think we were talking about this in our little chat here earlier about looking for these. You see this, you got this kind of reversal happening right here. Body trades above it. You trade back inside it here to go long, take these highs out. It's not a reversal because the reversal's here. So this is just a change in direction. We've reversed here. We broke structure to the downside. We're looking for this to get taken out right there, like that, and go long. Now, if you guys are throwing freaking trades on this and you're just willy-nilly in this and you're not waiting for this to return back into here and you're trying to catch this and you're chasing price, shame on you, man. You're trying to catch, you're trying to participate in the glory of this downward run instead of saying, what's my setup? This is what we're looking for. I like the fact we've eaten through that. So far it's panning out the way we want it to. So wait for it to come back and give you your entry. If you jump on this right now and it turns around and comes back down and just came back up into that order block, just to key off of that and come back down, you'll kick yourself. And you'll only reward yourself for bad behavior if that runs all the way up there now. People are going, I don't give a shit. I'll reward myself for bad behavior if it pays me. So waiting right now for this thing to reverse, come back down into here, find some support off of this and start pushing higher. That is my reversal below these lows. You could have taken this if you're savvy enough. I don't like being in consolidations to see that kind of stuff, but so rejection block, did you pay yourself here? Because if that stops right there and reverses and comes all the way back down in here, you're like, dang. Pull your fib tool from high to low now. I know that some of you did take that trade. You jumped in on it just because I said as soon as it breaks it, you're going to jump on it. And I know some of you buggers just jump right in on it right there, right at 50%. Let me get that one out of the way here so we don't get confused. So 50%, now pull yourself to break even. If you jumped in right there, if that comes back against you now, you didn't take a loss and you paid yourself at 50. Now this is what all you could get is 50%. You've extended the range, come back to 50%. It's like I was showing you on that Bitcoin trade. It comes back to 50% and then continues and extends the range even further past here. So if you were aiming for up here and you didn't get it and all you got was 50%, you'll know why. Now for this, it would have to trade above this candle, these two candles here. Trade back into it. Give me this for, it'd have to trade right below the 50%. A little discount array to run higher and stop loss super tight too. Just got on the stream and I was on the phone with somebody I've been trading with at times. He talked me out of my short positions filled with 19 and was in 10 contracts, wanted to trade and planned it out. With the opening act very slim. Oh, that's when you get other people influencing you to take your trade. Well, obviously you take some pride in that guy who gave you the advice, right? Obviously you listened to him and you went with his advice or her advice. So if you did, you know, that's the whole part about having these relationships with people that have done some trading. If you put a lot of faith, it's like if Michael was on here right now and you guys were trading live with him and he says, I'm going to take this trade right here. How many of you would pile in on the trade? You know, how many of you would say, oh yeah, damn, I always thought it was going to go the other direction, but hey, if you're going long, I'm going long. And you take the trade just because you listen to what he's saying instead of going, no, I think I'll take my direction. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm going to stick with what I've learned. Most of us would jump in on Michael's trade or seriously start questioning our own. So here's that 50%. You see how we get a reaction off of it? And now we've taken out this little high here. And now we've dropped below that low. And now you're looking for a continuation on the downside. So if this pushes through here, all the better. If it doesn't, this is the reversal above here. You want to see it close above that to continue going higher. I still think we're aiming for up here, but I'd like to see us get an opportunity to get on here. Yeah, don't beat yourself up on that, because otherwise you're going to be mad at that guy for talking you out of a trade. But journal it, definitely journal it, put it down in your book and say, you know, I saw this. Here's the reasons I saw this. Here's the reasons why my mentor or the guy that talked me out of the trade said this. It seemed more compelling for me to use his point of view or her point of view than my own. Therefore, they made a more of a compelling argument for me. That's why I got out. And just journal it and be happy with it. Set it in there and say, next time I see that, somebody makes a compelling argument against me, I have to be able to really back my trade, really 100%, really dig into it, research it a bit more and say, yeah, I need to be absolutely sure that's where I want to go. Then you can make the decision whether or not you trust them or trust yourself. So we're still coming up for this section up here. Like some of you may have gone when I said, oh, the 50%, and I talked you out of a trade. I shouldn't have. If you're confident that we're heading back up here, which I was pretty confident we're heading back up there, but I wanted to get this little reversal here. We didn't get a body above this high here for me to go, I could get in on it. I didn't get that opportunity. I literally closed right on the 50, opened on it and left. Are you paying yourself on the way up? 50, 62%, 70%, pay yourself there. You're back up into this consolidation and that breaker right there. Swing, a little high, last two up close, down close candles. I'm not really a breaker because there's nothing in here that supports the low. This would be the breaker here. Not this one or this one. These are order blocks. Mitigation, whatever you want to call them. Keep your eyes on the prize. Wow, 29 people, 28 people today only got to witness the down and the up here. This is the way you want price action to act. You're calling it before it happens. And it just manifests and it's nice and smooth. This is clean, right? Versus all this choppy crap here. See how clean that is? That's exactly what we're looking for. And you wait for those moments. You have to wait all week for a Friday afternoon for this something like this to turn up. Again, keep your leverage low. I'm going to get my buddy Benjamin in here again. I want to make sure my buddy Benjamin's right here. Benjamin Button. Right on the button. Have I told you guys yet that Benjamin got paid today? Have I mentioned that yet? Our boy Benjamin. He grew up so fast. He's leaving home with buckets of money. Derek and I are so proud of you. We have left another fledgling duck into the world, Derek. Benjamin has sprouted wings and off he goes. I got another 25 minutes and I gotta go. So you'll have me till lunchtime. And this has been fun. It's been super profitable for me today. I have had some nice little trades today. Benjamin's had some great trades. Russell's got a piece, 9.5. So what do you see here? What do you guys see right here? In terms of using your fair value gaps to your advantage. So now we come back, you filled this. You do not want to lose this candle right here on a close. Otherwise, you should have paid yourself, like I told you, your fib tool. You pull that all the way up and you would have paid yourself all the way up to the optimum trade entry again. I tell you, the fib tool rule works awesome. So if you guys would have got in on the candle we talked about, you pay yourself at 50, move to break even. Go to 62, move to 50. You get up to 70, come back to 62, right there, and you would have been out of your trade at 62%, but you would have paid yourself at 70. You literally would have caught. That's the only piece of juice you wouldn't have caught. That's why that fib tool rule works so awesome, man. It stops you having to worry about all these different arrays on the other side if you're not sure how to read them. And here is one where you can say at 50% now, if you've taken your trade here and you go, I've now traded below this. I've taken this swing point here. I've traded below this and I just came back and I just traded back into it right there. I'm looking to go through these lows here now and back into this consolidation. For me, you'd have to drop below this low, then come back up and take this fair value gap on the upside. But to me, it feels like it wants to go lower now. We'll see if this mean threshold holds, though. You still got this mean threshold here below you. We're finding support off of this right here now. And this one. They're overlapping. One says to go higher, one says to go lower. So in order, because this one is lower than that one, you have to make sure that you clear above this high to go higher. You see the power of trading when we talk about the hourly again? And you pay yourself at the rejection block. Everybody was gunning for the high, didn't hit it, right? You just hit the rejection block again. You see that many wicks trying to get up there? There's some big resistance up there, right? It came all the way up into 50% of that, and then you saw the reversal happen. You pay yourself at the rejection block if you're on the way up, and if you're waiting for that, it came all the way back against you here, all inside that big rundown. This has not taken a low, so it's just a change in direction or a continuation on direction where you want to go. You want to trade above that, find support, keep pushing higher. Ideally, you want to trade above this here. We've already traded below it, so you want to watch trade here now. That's more positive because this one supports continuation on the upside. We did not take a low out. That's good. You want to see that just start closing above that now. Oh yeah, there's a whole gambit down here, but this is the thing that happens here, back up to the premium, and then if we want to extend either to that new high and take the high out, we have to extend past this range, or we use this to key off and come all the way back through this thing and extend this range down even further. Like, because now you're going to go from here to here. That's the two premium discounts inside this range, because that's what we're trading inside right now. We didn't get a chance to key off of it to go higher. So that tells you that it has to come back and revisit that, because we never had an opportunity to get in that. So you may see one of these things where you go all the way up to here, back to here, then come up to this one, then drop it down. So you'll see something like this, like that, and then like that. See, we never traded above it. Pay yourself on the way up. Now, if it comes back into you, you get that opportunity to load on again and start your trade all over again, aiming for that level up there. Gotta run all. Have a great weekend. See you later, Derek, buddy. Take care, man. Thanks for your help. Be proud of yourself. We got Benjamin. We helped Benjamin out here, man. Feel good about that. It's like you're drawing out the path where you want it to go. $823 subscribers out there already. Gotta love that. We may even break 900 people this month. Come on down into here. Give us an opportunity now. This is what we've been waiting for, is an opportunity to get in on this stuff. And you want to get your optimum entry, which is like right here. That's the optimum entry. Shuffle this over a little bit more. Right there. Come back down. What is that? 45? Gotta love the dots. Oh, the dots are so lovely. Trade below, reversal, trade below, back up inside. Perfect entry for a short right here. Inside this range. Discount array, discount array. It's got to come back in here. Got to come back in there. People pouring in now. Look at that. 36 people. Watch this level right here. Where it closes there is important for us. So oh yeah, I didn't see that one right there. Let me get this out of the way here. Watch this right here. See how there's a little tiny one there? I wasn't watching that. Body trade's above it. Come back inside it. We've taken that low. So now you got upside. Right there. I didn't see that earlier, so let me stretch it out so you can see it. See right there? You still want to get through here though. And we're aiming for up higher now. We're looking for this. So this is going to be the next objective. So we'll be going into a lunch hour now. I'm stuck inside this big range because I'm thinking if we go from here back into here and then go sideways for a while during the lunch hour inside that bigger range right there, and then take these lows out after lunch. Like that fair value gap down there in the discount range is yet to be hit. And we have the old high back here still as well. So this is the pivotal range right here. These two areas. Which one gives it up to go higher or gives it up to go lower? Ron. I'm back. Right back up to the top of it again. You're stuck between this one going higher, that one there going lower. So you've got to get above here to go higher. Or you got to get below here now to go lower. Back in here. You guys can see how that's just kind of stuck inside here and here. That's what you want to start seeing. Now you look for this up here. Coming off of the open session, happens to line up perfectly with the mean threshold of that candle. The open session midnight candle. Right there. That bodies are still respecting that level right there. So you're still bullish, but you're still bearish inside here. But you've had two probes up into that candle already. So for me, you should have been just tap this and then get the hell out of Dodge. The fact that you're not gives me a better indication that you're each one of these ones that tap this area, tap that candle, and we don't get a reaction off of it like we're looking for, is come up, hit it, and quit it, right? So watch this level here. They're literally almost overlapping each other here. 7 more minutes and I'm out of here. I just want to see it get to this level here. See how you've got, I want you guys to see this. When you've got a range like this, you have a premium array, you have a discount array, and you have one that's sitting right in the middle here, this equilibrium array. And you can see how you can kind of bounce off that one. And it's not the only array, there's many arrays, but it's these fair value gaps and how they provide a level of support. And you want to see it climb up on top of these things and start continue pushing higher. So if we look at our range here, you'll see where that discount one sits. See, 50% right there on that sucker. So you can't really use this one other than just a place to aim for as your first objective. But discount array to premium array, that's ideally where the range, how we want to get in there, right? Remember we were talking about if we had a body break these highs and we return back to them, we can get long there. If you miss this opportunity here, look for the candles that initiates that run here. And when you get a body above them, and you can get back into them, they can provide a level of support to go higher. So here's the high, comes back in, finds some support. One more time, find support. Now you're looking for this to break these high. It did. Now you're looking for this. I just want this to kind of hit my objective so I can have a mic drop moment. I can just drop the mic and say, see how price action works? Look how lovely it is. Oh, your screen isn't displaying the carrot. That's probably because you just got to focus. It's right up here. It's right there, Victor. It might have been a little too small on your screen to see. Hey, Victor, did you see Benjamin got paid today? Benjamin got paid. Our boy Benjamin. You remember when Benjamin was like this big? Look at him now. He's growing so fast. Come on, give me my mic drop moment so I can leave here going, ha. Oh, that's airplane. Everybody knows that one. Roger, what's your vector, Victor? I love the way she was blowing up the autopilot. The autopilot's this guy. She's blowing him up. Head's bobbing up and down. That was hilarious. Oh, that person who was hysterical in the plane, and the nuns are all lined up with brass knuckles. People are all lined up trying to smack him and calm him down. That was hilarious. See how that session open provides some support. Pop through it, come back, tap it one more time. Looking to go higher. And that was back in the 70s. Airplane 2. Leslie Nielsen. He was hilarious. Come on, just give me my level. It's farting around in here. Welcome to lunch hour. Oh, you made a few hang glider flights. I got several hundred hours on my Delta Wing ultralight. Wow. I've got a Talon, Eagle Talon 3. It's a double surface glider. And we go jumping off Mount 7 in BC when we do our hang gliding. So you got a few hundred hours? Man, you're way ahead of me. I probably have like a dozen flights off of Mount 7. I think 11 flights off of Mount 7. And the last one I did, ooh, boy, you talk about making the bad choice, man. I jumped off that mountain and the lift at launch was, 5-10K winds. So they were kind of nice. And but I didn't look out into the valley and I didn't look out into the water. There was a lake out there, and there was like white caps on the ocean on the lake, and I didn't see them at all. I didn't even look. I just went, oh, this is pretty nice lift off the launch. But in the middle of the valley, holy smokes, I launched off this off the launch. I went straight out. I was like, oh, this is nice. Got some nice pops. And then all of a sudden it was like, Merk. I was parked. I was parked over the highway and I'm just losing lift. And I'm thinking, oh man, and I had to get across the Columbia River. I had to clear out all these trees and land in what they call Richardson's. It's a landing zone that they got there. And you had to land there and you could see I was losing altitude. And I'm like, holy smokes. And then I cut across the river thinking, oh, if I just get on the other side of the river, I can get my glider out of there. But then it was just all trees and I'm losing altitude like crazy. So I got it really tucked in tight, trying to get some speed up, thinking, holy smokes. And the wind is just ripping. And I was like, oh no, man, I'm not going to make this. So then as I was cutting the Columbia River coils back and forth in BC. So I had to take this, and I was out over the river and over the trees. And I thought, I'm not even going to clear the trees. I have to cut back and find the landing zone. And all there was, and I kid you not, all there was, I had to cut back over the river. And I'm probably maybe 400 or 500 feet up now. And the wind is just like, the trees are bending. It's like 30-40K winds, way too fast for me to fly. And I had to keep my speed up to try and keep moving. And I saw this little patch of swamp next to a railroad track and power lines and the wall of trees right in front of me. And I tucked in the glider super tight, tried to get as fast as I could. And I'm come ripping into this little swamp zone and right in front of this big wall of trees. I've got so much speed up now. And I'm thinking there's going to be these giant rotors. They call these things rotors when they come off the top of the trees. This wind that just hurls to the top. And if you come close to the trees, it just smashes you on the ground, right? So I'm trying to bleed off speed now. And there's all these saplings because this is not a proper landing zone. All these trees are sticking up and I'm whacking it with my legs. And I'm like, and I'm just swearing a blue streak trying to land this thing. Terrified. The wind is going and I'm trying to bleed off my air. I'm getting trees in the groin on the way down. I'm like, ow, trying to kick the trees out of my way with my legs. And I finally, just as I come into the swamp, right running out of room, the wind must have just gone. God must have been just laughing his head off and just went, okay, you're killing me, kid. Woof. And just literally pancaked me right into these bulrushes. And I was completely waff. And there was no water in there. It was just these dried out bulrushes and this old little swamp right next to a railroad track, power lines sitting right here. And I'm thinking, there's no way in hell I could have ever made that kind of landing, ever. Had I even tried to organize a landing like that? Never. And that was my last official flight. I haven't flown since then, and that was quite a few years ago. Still got my glider in my garage though. A lot of fun. There's nothing more scary than just to get sucked up in a thermal, and you just core out a thermal, just bank into it, and you get sucked up like a piece of paper into the sky. Go up 10,000 feet, float around for a while, look for another thermal, ride it up. And the mountains are always, and if you get those glass off days, it's called a glass off, where the heat from the ground around 6 o'clock at night, as the sun getting ready to set, the air's coming off. It's so smooth to get in and just fly in that. Anyway, so cool. Back. I just noticed my screen isn't displaying the carrot. Congrats, Roger. What's your Victor? I know, Darren, love it. You rock, man. Not sure if I meant it. I also made a few hang glider flights in several hundreds hours in the Delta Wing. Ultralight. Are you talking about Mount 7 and Golden? Yes, Mount 7 and Golden. Yes, that's the place. Cap Nemo, that's the place, Mount 7. Golden, BC. Okay, well, that's it for me, folks. I got to get going. I got to drive my wife to Edmonton. So keep your eyes on this level. Eventually, we're going to see that get taken. We've got equal lows, equal highs here. We're just consolidating. This is what we're talking about for lunch hour. We may consolidate inside here. I was kind of hoping we take this high out and then consolidate back and forth a little more briskly instead of this really tight little range we're starting here right now. So this may slowly meander up here, take this out, then meander all the way down into this level again. So look for these two levels as your lynch pins to go higher or to go lower and run out the liquidity down below the market here. But that's it, folks. That's it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in. Mr. Tsang, do you think T plus 2 T plus 1 has changed the time a bit? T2 and T1, I don't get it. What's T2 plus T1? Oilers. We don't want Oilers, but yeah, Oilers, I guess. We have to rely on the Oilers now. The Flames certainly couldn't do it. Peace and chicken grease. What's your question there, Mr. Tsang? T2 to T1 has changed the time a bit. T2 to T1 has changed the time, but come on, get it. Come get you some right now. Just give me my damn level, will you? It's the carrot. You come get you some carrot. Smell the carrot. Smell it. That's it. Smell the carrot. Come get you some carrot. New York Stock Exchange clearing time. Oh, no idea. You're going to note, if you hang around in this channel enough, you're going to note I don't rely on fundamentals. I don't rely on any of that other stuff. I just read where price is going right now. I'll tell you where price is, where I expect it to go, and how to stay in price action and stay on the horse. All that other stuff, whatever goes on in markets and news and all that other shit, doesn't mean anything to me. I just not that it's not right. It's just I'm here in this medium to show you how to read price and stay in price. How it improves your skills as a trader is yet to be seen, other than Mr. Benjamin here, who has got himself paid today. So, yeah, so Mr. Chang, I think the T1, T2 clearing times, I don't know if that affects it or not. It may do on a higher time frame perspective or a different perspective, but staying in price action like we saw here this morning, calling this, I didn't know anything about that T1, T2 thing this morning, and yet we called this really nice run. We called the reversal today, and we've called a reversal back up into here this morning. And we're just so close to getting it now. So I can't be, to be honest with you, sir, I have no idea if that has affected it or not. All I can tell you is price action is still doing the same thing. It still acts the same way. Yeah, okay, so I'm out of here, folks. I love you guys. Peace out, my brothers and sisters. Thanks again for tuning in. I know you guys have many people out there that you can do it. Do it! Come to Papa. Yes, I want to clear. Yes. And mic drop moment. I'm not dropping my mic because it's expensive mic, but it's a mic drop moment right there, baby. Yes. We hit it. We hit the level. We hit it. Okay. So I'm happy we did our thing. So we got our objective, like array to like array, right? If we hit this now, if we continue to run through this, look for support above this and then a continuation on the upside. And again, look for this, that I don't think they're going to leave that untouched for lunch hour. So we may see a pull back into this range for what would be really good is to see the 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, take out the highs and then the pull back into the range. Oh, let's have a look at this. I'll give you this quick before I leave. Did you guys know that Benjamin got paid today? I'm just saying, in case nobody saw this right here, Benjamin gets paid today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy schmackers. Okay, so if this is our TGIF Friday. Look at that, right back to that original plot spot we had lined up somewhere else over here. So 20 to 25%, which puts us in the 1 minute. Let's have a look at that 1 minute. That puts us in here. So that takes us right back into that range there. Takes out takes out these lows and puts us right in that 20 to 30% range. So ideally, you'd be looking for something like that. Take out the highs, come back into the range. 20 to 30% would put you right into that fair value gap here and clearing out all that liquidity sitting below the market there. Something to kind of keep in mind as an idea, not that it's actually going to happen, but you know, we can only hope, right? Anyway, I'm out of here. I love you guys. It's been an awesome week. Good weekend. Have a great weekend. I will see you guys live on Monday. It'll be a probably be a super noisy day because these guys will be in here. I may not. I've got a whole 4 or 5 days. Guys gonna be ripping floors out and stuff. So I may run off to the library and do my show there. So next week, I don't promise to have a great show because I've got a whole bunch of people coming in to rip up floors. I got a painters in here now, and it's gonna be nuts. Anyway, I'll see you guys. Have an awesome, safe weekend. Be kind to each other out there. Take care of each other. Hug a fireman. We do work our asses off for you out there when we get busy. Hug a paramedic if you can. Take care of the people that are trying to take care of you. And I'll